Morning guys, welcome to Welker, my version obviously. Okay, probably don't see much the same as what when you start. I've done a lot in this farm, obviously. Here we have the calf house. The were calves and I put them in. For some reason, there's manure in the middle of this pen. I've managed to get it cleaned out before, but it is back. That's why I have the fat loading shovel here. I used it and managed to get it all cleaned out because there's no other way in. Probably should remove these, probably cows now or whatever. Put them in another house. A little bit of food too, love it. I think it only holds like 30 calves. Over here we have our cow house with the feedlot, one of the bigger ones. Expanding paddock, pasture as they call it. And this is, he's fed as well. Full of jerseys and reasons. It's just first thing in the morning, so I haven't got my rounds done yet. Good grass on it, unfortunately you can cut it, but don't need to cut it anyway. I think you can put gates in this one. I've done others that I've placed. Over here I have the chickens. This is the lorry trailer. This comes with the map, this one. So we just have this permanently here, just for feeding. Make life easier. The eggs spawn here. I have put down something that automatically transfers the eggs, which we all want in production. Okay, this is one of the big fields here. Basically just growing wheat, corn, canola. I've planted soybeans in a few fields just for income. I planted carrots in a few fields for income as well. Quite a bit of machinery. Playing this quite a while, so made quite a bit of money. Obviously, a few toys here that generally don't buy or use. There's my fuel station and the maintenance area. Your fuel, your maintenance, and your power measure. I got that grape for one of the big wheel loaders to try and empty that calf house. It wasn't that successful. The corn header. I find with this corn header, it is leaving stripes. The field that you have to go back and finish off. So I bought this other corn header, which is doing the job perfectly. This is just a lizard one. Quite a like. It's me open garden, so initially got this. This is the big one for potatoes, for making pig food. Rather than planting them, I like to put this down, and it produces enough potatoes for the pigs. As you see now, I currently have grapes and olives, all sorts of things, strawberries, all sorts growing for me all-in-one production over here. I'll say that 2 machinery sheds here. The cultivator just for doing cultivating jobs when it's first started for income. Sprayer setup was here. A very useful tool here. This is, I left my grass, my straw with this, goes straight into the trailer. Couldn't do without this. Fertilizer spreader, if I have one of these, that's shed over there just for lime. This machine here was on farm when I got it. Grain cart, fisher bin, whatever you call it. I've used this machine for a few sugar beet as well, but this is what I use for my carrots and things that I grow. Again, 50-meter header. Second planter, found that I needed a second one. This was in the sale, so I got this one. Obviously needs to be washed, it does get used. Bale trailer, auto load. The only thing with this bale trailer, it wouldn't set the bales off to the side. It's finally a bit of an issue. First baler I bought is the wrapper on the back, automatic. Enough job. Has a wider pickup than normal. It is in the sale as well, I think. Fast track. Great machine. EC30 icon. Gives me all-in-one production here. Always just going to sell large range of products. Constantly going, constantly making things and selling them. Shit. Unfortunately, the bales fell over a bit on me. This is maybe a bale trailer here. Some grass. Over here. The house for the buffaloes. Not much food left, so I'll have to get that sorted. Won't take the square bales. It has to be loose, which is unfortunate. A few wee calves, that's good. There's my main combine here. The multi-fruit buying station as well. I had two case combines, F11s, but I found them both of them very hard to run together. And you're constantly having to empty them because of the size of the fields. So this is the lizard one. Glasses done in the case colours. Brilliant machine, you just set it off. It does the entire field easily without having to empty it at any point. And no issues with the corn. It's leaving lines. Didn't want to go down this route, but could not get the other two to work. Only as much ground as I have, I'll show you how much I have shortly. It's just too hard to manage. Okay, each stockhouse has a manure pit. This house was here as well. Again, you can sleep sugars in both houses. Managed to slip a wee sheep paddock in here. It looks like they've no food, but they do. They've hundreds of thousands of liters of food. You see gates here. Also a set of gates around the side, but I don't use them. So I have cut this paddock before. Grass early on. I'm starting out for bales. It's decent enough size. Good quantity of sheep. Again, automatic shipping. Great job, because you never be done clearing this area. PGA. Another invaluable piece of kit for making money. Straw, all sorts of products, silage, straw, manure, sugar beets. Use this pretty much in every map that I do. Good way of making money. Fairly fast. Okay, pig pen. And the first I put in here. Buy the pig small, sell them big. Haven't sold any yet. Good big pen, that. Covers a lot of pigs, thousands of pigs. Dog pen was here. I'd have moved it or get rid of it. Can't drive through it. I'll just go with there lately. Okay, pig feeder. Good piece of machinery too. So 4 products into wheat, corn, canola, and potatoes. The potatoes feed out at the open air yard straight into this. Good. It's a kit. Normal silo. Million or something hose. Tomato silo. Invaluable as well. Puts in your products, mixes it up. I use January, cut grass. Put it in here. Turns it into hay, silage. Add your straw. Hey presto, if you want. Again, it's a decision you make yourself. TMR. This is one of my trailers, Titan trailers, 5 million capacity, I think it is. And 1050. I have 3 of these. Scattered about the place. It's the best tractor you'd ever, the only tractor you'd ever need. There's enough power to do absolutely everything. What else of it? Selling station. Sells almost everything. Just a sell story, I don't think. What I found. But everything else. It's just your filling point here. That's in your pit. It's empty. I find that if you let these empty, they will not refill. So anytime you're taking manure out, always leave a wee bit in them. Potentially this will not work again. I generally don't refill them, but I did. I had hired a manure spreader because of that much manure. I thought I'd throw manure in a few fields to see if it boost nitrogen levels. Back to where we started. That's another one of the highlights. That's where we started. Bucket there. I think that's the sugar beets if you want. Haven't actually tried it for that job this time. I've done before. Back to where we started. This is actually 2 machinery houses there joined together. Still not enough space. There's a big diesel tank in the middle there. There's one of 2 Fates. This one has the roller on the back. You can't obviously see it. 50-meter roller. Not sure what this is. This was on farm when I got here. I've never actually used it. I'm assuming it's a cultivator of some description. Or a big disc. There's my lime spreader. Colossus again. Great piece of machinery to do the lime on fertilizer. Lime or fertilizer, I should say. 50 meters or whatever it is again. No, it's not 50 meters, it's 24 maybe. Big case. I think this was here. I may have upgraded it. Down here we have now big vent, just finished sowing canola. The big plough. Find this very useful. I haven't used it that much, but great machine if you have to fly a big field. These fields tend to all have tram lines. I'm not a big fan of tram lines. Crops. This is my normal plough, 12 meters. But I think that's all of this farm. I shall jump across this area. This is mostly woodland when I got it. For me, it's a lot of trees. And I planted down some more cattle housing. Again, I haven't gotten feeding done this morning. Another cow house with a robot. Another storage bin. A multi-fruit bin. Just bought this wee tractor to have over here. It's a wee feeding tractor, just a wee massive. 5713S. Another one of them. Those are trailers. Nice big paddock here too, big enough, quite a few cows. Again, I think it's a mix of Friesians and Jerseys. We have another manure pit here. We've got in it, another fermenting station. Soybeans ready. When I leveled this out, I reduced another lake of sorts. So if I cut this wall around it, so it looked funny the way it was. Held the water back. There's actually two walls there. First one I wasn't happy with, so I put the second one in. Left this wee path. Wasn't just wide enough, that was only a drawback. In here, we have another sheep paddock. These trees were a wee bit harder to cut down, so I just left them. They would leave the stump, which was, I would have had to get a stump grinder to remove, so I found it easier and didn't really need the money of getting rid of them. This was all trees, not overly populated with trees, so it didn't take that long to clear, thankfully. Here we have a few. For some reason they haven't automatically went. I think there was an issue here one time before, it wasn't set right. So that's maybe why these have still here. I think I had it set to storing instead of distributing or selling. A front loader I had for a wee while. I'll need it for something. Now, it doesn't look like there's any food here, but there's like hundreds of thousands of grass here. It has a large storage capacity. It's just not showing it on here. Did have bales to cut all these paddocks. I had 2 or 3 load of bales here. So obviously went straight in. Here this area here too. Quite a big area. But I ended up, it's only a narrow paddock. All of this cleared. But then I couldn't use it because it's that close to the boundary. Which is a wee bit annoying, but not a big issue like. Because the fields are that big, you're producing that much amount of crops. I just wanted the second pig area. Another 10-15 trailer sitting some pig feed in it. Again, this is all trees. This road was here. I just left the roads be. Just enough room for slurry. Quite a bit of manure. Another house. This is a machine here that I use for getting rid of the trees. Same principle as the other machine for the grass and straw. Cuts the tree down, converts it to wood chip and puts it in the trailer. And if you take it over to this side, it'll get rid of the stump. Front baler in the seal. So I'll take a trad, wider pickup. Another one of the trailers, big seeder I bought for planting grass seed over here. A gal baler, again, it's a wrapper. Has a wider pickup on it as well. Another silo. Big food mixer. Good machines in. 100. You put 100,000 each of each product in that there. This bridge was here. This house was here. Selling station just for the ease of selling the wood chip rather than having to go back to the main farm. This is all ready to cut again. This all plied up. Can be fertilised, reclaimed, the whole works. Oh, there's one of those trees, so there's too much hassle than it's supposed to get rid of. Not a problem. Again, I just seen these areas, had the money, don't like having millions sitting up in the bank, so bought this area, wanted to turn it into something, and I guess it's turned out well. Sticking another bridge over here. It's not just perfect to see, but it does its job. Another wee path back to this yard. The water was here. It's not just perfectly landscaped, it does its job, but the roads I don't use that much. It's just a recent thing that I've only finished. These trees were here. Could potentially get rid of them if I wanted. And bring that all into this area, this field, make it workable, usable. Haven't found the need to do that. Thought don't like getting rid of all the trees. This was a very big field here, which did come. You can see that tree at the end there, it ran away on past there. There was an area that way on past that, and this was all just rough ground. It was needing levels and all sorts of things. We'll just jump in the combine here and take it over and start to get working. Again, you could landscape this a lot more, put down more, make the area more like this here finish. If you wanted this is the original finish. This is new. Here, this was a few trees around here as well, grass area. I'm very fond of my animals, as you can see. I like to give everyone a go. Apart from horses, I don't like them. It's the only animal I don't use. Usually do have beehives and stuff, but I haven't done get that far on this farm yet. That's sugar beet headers. No, I did have sugar beet in. Just for something different into the PGA. To produce sugar, obviously, in the all-in-one production. But I think there's still something like 1 million litres but available, so there's no point planting anymore. This is a big field too, goes right round, right over the far side. I'll show them up in a minute. I'll get this started. You need to do this entire field to know the size of it yourselves if you've watched this map. You need to do this entire field right up here. If you're doing this with 2 pieces, it'll take most of the day to do this. so it speeds up a lot of time. I don't get a lot of time to play it, so obviously the more automation I can get into my maps, the better for me. Okay, that's coming off. We pedal away and we're done. Okay, this is soybeans. I believe these must be wheat. I think about corn up here. This is canola. Oh, actually, 4-wheelers canola. I don't be overly concerned about managing crops. I'm just more thinking about, do I need straw? So if I need straw, I will plant wheat, obviously, and it's generally always enough to keep the two pig feed mixers going. Did have this one in grass, but of enough grass now, and TMR enough stuff made. As you see, I have expanded some of these fields out. Expanded this one, but not this one. And this, I did buy this one over here. And expanded it slightly. I've expanded all of these ones. Obviously, there that was 2 fields. I didn't want to do that with this one, these 2. This was an early purchase because obviously the fields are quite expensive. And that's generally it. As you see, there's still more woodland there. Everybody wants it. Well, it's showing more woodland, but these are actually the paddocks. And that's it. That's my wee version of Welker. First, I didn't get these off overly square, which is a shame. But I thought I was doing it square at the time, but obviously it wasn't. Here I have all the pens. See all these, they must be all different ages. Usually do all the breeds of sheep and the goat, then do the goats. And as you look at the figures there, you see there's loads of grass in them. Pigs usually you see there's loads of straw as well, so there's going to be a constant supply of manure, which generally goes through the BGA. Health is always high, reproduction is generally high. As you see, there's a buffalo pen. It looks like they're out of food, but they're actually not. Again, the calves, I have never give them straw, but yet the manure still appears, still registers. So there's a manure pit there, but it doesn't feed into it. It's one of those pens that you're supposed to clean out, so I'm assuming you're supposed to download the wee shovel or something like that and manually do it. But I have managed to do it with the telescopic loader. They do need fed, but they have a big enough meadow that keeps them right. They never starve. They never, you're not going to lose. You're just losing productivity there. But that's not an issue. The farm of this size and the amount of livestock on it, so you're not generally losing out much. Chickens are always 100% like. And that's just the other pens. Yes, that one looks bad, but if you look at the figures, there's still loads of grass there for them, or hay. So it generally doesn't take that long to feed your animals if you need to. Plenty of contracts. We usually plenty of contracts available. We're just first thing in the morning here, so they all haven't come up yet. Don't feel the need to do many contracts anymore. Unless I'm a bit bored or I don't want to jump. You don't always have crops every month to harvest. So I have jumped a few months at times. This is me all in one now. Generally, most of the products are on the go. Cake can be hard. Usually always missing products for cake, but you have to have it done like to try and have something of everything there. You see strawberries, not even using the strawberries quick enough. Well, there's loads of wool. Don't know what this one is, don't know what you need for that one. If anybody else wants to let me know what products you need or mixture products you need to produce that, then you let me know. No, these won't work out. I want to see missing out on something. I haven't got rice. You can't need a flooded paddock for rice as far as I'm aware. But that's generally all. That one needs wheat, so there's wheat ready soon. Could actually be wheat in storage if I looked. Met in silos, you see. Take water for some strange reason. Not sure what the water does or where it goes or what you produce from it. And this is your automatic shippers. Your BGA. Stick the silage back on again. Obviously one of those fermenting silos is transferring silage across. I tend to take the straw. If I go back to one here. Okay, I have the straw turned on to produce silage. That's why I don't need any grass at the moment. And then that's your big pan there for all your different vegetables and things if you want to produce. All it needs is seed, fertilizer and water. And I can tell you that it uses very little seed and fertilizer, so I would say that's a great way of making money cheaply. All you need is a big space of it. There's different sizes of those open air gardens as well. So if you haven't room for that big one, you can have quite a few wee tiny ones going. If I show you again here, get back to that garden. You just see getting that there, you can just automatically fill it. And just, empty, fill and empty and they want to go. Your green barrels that's free water. So you just place that down. And have your tractor and tanker sitting there, wherever you want to. And it's pretty much it's free products. That's us. See how this guy's getting on. Where is he now? See right up against the edge of the map. We'll happily walk away there for a while. The last 26 seconds. Generally, if I've nothing else to do on farm, I'll just let them run away and go and do something, go and watch TV, come back to them a while later, and see them with the planting, obviously. But that's what I find about the Colossus. You get into big fields like this, you can spend hours and hours harvesting, drawing away from the combines, keep them going. The Colossus has its use. I'm glad to see it in game. Right folks, sorry for not posting. Generally, there's very few people see watch these, but on me, people who like to watch. I did too, the time I was starting out. My time didn't last. Right, see you again guys. Bye.